Wagwan people, should I take you to the shores of Jamaica and say what a guan? Or should we remain here in Nigeria and say how far now? What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Naija Pulse Podcast, where Gismits for governance, for the culture, for the future. As per usual, my name is Becca Beckins, and I'm rolling with my dynamic host.
My name is Adela, as you already know. And for a moment, I was thinking after this podcast, I'm going to go meet Becca for some Jamaican classes.
Yay, yeah, man.
All right, you know how we do it here on the Naija Pulse Podcast. This is another week, another episode. Let's pause.
Come on. Jaman, Jarastafari, let's take you all the way to Lagos, aka Las Gidi, and talk about the National Theatre that has been revamped and now is being called Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and the Creative Arts. It currently has 4,000 seating capacity in the main auditorium and 3,000 seating capacity in the banquet hall. So it has even more spaces for cinematic, movies and more creative spaces for creative art. So it's big enough for everybody to come out and sell out their shows.
Honestly. And the renovation is massive. We're talking about new stage, new digital screens, new sound system,
new lighting,
big studios. Now, this is amazing. I can say one of its kind in Africa. Yeah, Africa, yes, because I know Ghanaians will still come and cook. Africa, one of its kind. Yeah.
Everybody's going to go to Ghana, Dirty December, to enjoy or have a good time. And speaking about Dirty December, everyone's been asking, why are our artists not coming back to Nigeria to sell out, shows? It's because there's literally nowhere for them to use. The stadium is too big and it's a huge security risk. And now we have the National Theatre, now Wole Soyinka Center, which would bring our artists back home and they will feel safe. The Nigerian fans will feel safe as well. Yes. And it's no longer going to be like Echo Hotel where everybody's going to.
Or the stadium where everybody can go. But then out of our big three, who do you think will sell this out first?
Oh, that is the conversation everybody is having on the streets of X. So I think, being a Wizkid fan, I'll say Wizkid. But then again, another part of my mind is saying Burna Boy. But Burna Boy has made a lot of people hate him recently. But I know that Davido fans are too loyal. And Davido has a new collaboration with Peruzzi, has another with Odumodu Black. So, hey, God, you go choco.
And Wizkid also has another one too with Odumodu Black. So, I think Odumodu Black is hot right now. Odumodu should go sell that place out. Yeah, but then I think any of them will sell it out.
Are you forgetting Rema?
Any of them will sell it out, actually. But then this argument keeps coming that, okay, when you talk about the big three, big four, you're always mentioning male artists from number 1 to number 4. What's happening with our female artists?
I feel very guilty right now. I'm sorry I didn't mention our ladies. Tiwa Savage is doing great things. She just dropped an album, and I think she can sell out that stadium as well. But I'm thinking Thames, Aerostar, and Yemi Alade too.
Any of these names will easily sell that place out. But then, when we are talking about our top 4, I don't think any of these names come in. But maybe when we're talking about our top 10, okay, yeah, we can have
She's our Afrobeat queen, Tiwa. Let's not even delve into deep conversations of Afrobeats and who is the king, queen, or who has, paved the way, because we're not going to leave here today.
It's a very deep conversation. The most important thing is they're making us happy, they're giving us good music, and they're making Nigeria proud.
Yes, sir. Adela has said it all. So from lighting up stages in the creative scene, Nigerians are being empowered when it comes to trade, skills, and enterprise. So we're going to go and talk about big wins in the Ministry of Industry, Trade, and Investment.
Honestly, that is massive. Big numbers coming out from that industry. Do you know that in 2014, Nigeria had $16 billion trade surplus? And not just that, our export also increased by 31.5%. Now, this is not just numbers. This has massive implication in the Nigeria economic system, because this means now that we are now moving away from that Nigeria that everybody used to say, Nigeria, we just used to consume. We don't produce.
We don't produce, we don't
and
export.
that is the reason why we always import. Somebody who said we import as low as toothpick, we would import. So having this kind of massive trade surplus, that is, we are having $16 billion recorded in trade surplus, and we are also export is also improving or increasing by 31.5%. That means we are now producing more, we are exporting more. That means our currency would even have more value. Maybe that's the reason why naira keeps appreciating
and dollar is depreciating.
Naira keeps appreciating against the dollar. So this is a massive win for Nigeria. Honestly,
I do agree with you. And in fact, in April of this year, 2025, it marked Nigeria's highest export trade since 2006.
Wow.
Way back, we don't export. And now, this year, April 2025, marked Nigeria's highest export trade with over 8,587 TEUs. That is 20-foot containers. Containers don't land. We've sent out over 8,587 TEUs. They have been shipped, and this is what I would call incredible progress.
Okay, and this is the highest we've gotten in the last couple of years. And even talking about our trade surplus, that's the highest we've gotten in the last 10 years, our trade surplus of 2024. And hopefully 2025, boom, we close with a bigger one, massive number. And then it doesn't end there. We're talking about skill acquisition, and the Skill Up Artisan program in Nigeria has also revealed to us that Nigeria has trained 500,000 artisans. Now, it's not everybody that
Wow, 500,000.
500,000. Massive numbers. Now, it's not everybody that will do a white-collar job. Not everybody will be a host on a podcast show. Not everybody will be a footballer. Not everybody will be a musician. Of course, we need artisans. We need people that will do our mechanic works, that will do our tailoring jobs, that will do our electric works. You know all of this. Now, Nigeria has trained 500,000 people in this field, and this is a massive one for Nigeria. Trust me.
I hope that these artisans will pick their calls when you call them, and then when you give them money to do their job, they are accountable and reliable.
Hope so when I go deliver.
Because artisans don't show everybody shege. The worst are plumbers and carpenters. My God. But that's topic for another day. Well, speaking about artisans, speaking about jobs, speaking about MSME. We've also seen 18 MSME hubs spring up in Nigeria nationwide, creating over 100,000 jobs. Wow. And it is just the tip of the iceberg. We're not actually whining you. So the MSME hubs that have sprung up in Nigeria is creating these jobs, and there are also MSME clinics that have been opened as well. So the president has even approved 300,000 naira grants for outstanding small businesses that will come from these clinics and the MSME hubs as well.
That is massive.
I think it's working.
Talking about our MSMEs, we are talking about our small and medium scale enterprises, and we know one of the main challenge they've been facing, the challenge of funding. We talk of capital.
Yeah.
Of course, I know Nigerians, especially Nigerian youths, they are loaded with ideas, business strategies. But then, what is ideas without money?
Hey, money flow. The model you no flex. I know. Sorry.
No matter how strategic your idea is, come on. At some point, you still need money. You still need money to push
ideas die because of lack of funds.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Dead on arrival, because you know, okay, no matter how lucrative this idea is, there's no funds. But then the federal government is also stepping in, knowing we have the human capacity, we have the labor force. Come on, why not utilize this? And they're coming up with the MSME financing and de-risking fund. That is, they can have loans with low interest. That is, de-risking means there's a lower risk on taking this loan. And they can have as much as 5 million naira loans to start all of this business with just as low as 9% interest. Now, and they are also allowed to spread this to 3 years before they can pay back.
That's a very healthy span before you pay back. And I one word I would use to describe this is it's a big deal.
Honestly.
2 words rather. Big deal, right? And before now, banks were actually charging up to 28 to 30% interest, and now it's been reduced to 9%. And this low loan rate charges changes everything in the game when it comes to, taking loans.
Yeah.
It's leading to affordable credit, longer payment time, and no unnecessary bottlenecks, if I do say so myself. Yeah.
Honestly, because also the Presidential Syndicated De-Risked Fund has also launched actually 74 billion naira for the MSMEs, that is our small and medium scale businesses. And now they can get as much as 500,000 to 3 million naira loans. And like I said, the payment span can be as long as 3 years. Mind you, it is de-risked, low interest rates, affordable credit, more massive win for our small and medium scale business.
Yeah. A
So
longer payment time, do not forget that.
Yeah.
And even the state government, they are matching up with this. Apparently, 1 billion naira each are being disbursed to commercial banks, which will also match the same amount. And that is actually blowing my mind. And currently in Lagos, they have taken it further as 10 billion naira funds have been dedicated to SMEs at just 9% interest.
That is
This is what you call
massive.
drop mic.
Tell me,
Drop
how
mic.
else do you build your economy? Because some people say
Drop
Tinubunomics, because this is Tinubu's economics.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll say Tinubunomics. But then, how else do you build your economy? Making funds available for our MSMEs, training artisans, in
They
fact,
need to come out
improving
and
our trade
actually
surplus.
talk
Yeah.
about. Not a lot of people know about MSMEs.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know about it. I think people need to come out and orientate the masses, educate them as well, and let them know.
That's why we're here on Naija Pulse Podcast, making you know that this is available for you as a small business owner.
Yep.
You can tap into this opportunity, get these funds,
Yep.
get these loans at low interest rates and a longer span of payback time.
That is right. Can you guys see the cultural and economic link between all of these things that we talked about, from the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts to the MSME economic wins? This just shows that the government is creating platforms for everybody to thrive. So whether you're preparing for arts or you're running a trade, the government is finally creating and enabling spaces.
That is it. This is two sides of the coin. One runs our culture, one runs commerce. Everything is a win for Nigeria, a win for our economy, and boom, better Nigeria for us all.
The only thing I can say is Nigeria is 6-5, and the only way is up.
Honestly, and this is actually massive. This is a big win for Nigeria. And Nigerian youths, don't forget, tap into these opportunities available. We brought this information your way. Not so you can just hear it, but then so you can benefit from it.
That is right. We're drawing the curtains on the show right now. We'll catch you next week. Same station, same dial. Nah, it's not the same dial, but yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at Naija Pulse Podcast, on X at Naija Pulse Pod, on TikTok at Naija Pulse Podcast. Do ensure to like, share, and subscribe at Naija Pulse Podcast on YouTube.
Make sure you're following us on all our social media handles so you don't miss the gist, you don't miss the info, you don't miss the vibe. My name is Adenla. Till next time, bye.
Becca Beckin signing out.